Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Habibis, we are here. We're here to talk about Liverpool Football Club. It's the Friday night show. Sit back, enjoy. You get me. This is Don Hussam collabs. Let's go.
Oi, get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian! Oh, art thou Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, my mate. Hey, England, Manchester, Etihad, Distad will be playing Champions League football next year, my friend. Yeah, how about you take a little 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen over to Manchester. We'll get you a nice hotel stay. Little 2-2 medical, £300,000 a week. Couple bonuses thrown in there. 2-2 Ballon d'Or in a couple years. Champions League. Happy days. You want to go Bayern Munich. Little 2032 Bayern Munich driller. Happy days. We get the next up and coming star. How about it, Florian? Florian. Oh, art thou Florian?
There you go. Coppish style introductions. You get me? That's what we're doing from now on. We're just going to take the piss out of Coppish. I think that's the best thing. The Coppish intro right there. You get me? Hi, guys. How are you doing? You guys all good?
Great. Good, man. Good.
Oh, God. James, we get it, bro. You were on TV before, Yani. Why are you acting? Why are you doing the humble thing in the chat? We know you ain't humble. Stop sitting up here and lying to the audience, acting like you're humble and shit. You ain't humble. We know you ain't humble. We know you think you're the shit. Stop lying to the people. Anyway, all the links are in the description, ladies and gentlemen. So go give every single one of them a subscribe. And to be honest with you, I feel like there's two topics today. There's the Isak and Guehi thing, and then there's the game. I want to start off with the Isak and Guehi thing first. And I always like to start off Friday with speaking to Mr. Jamie Phillips first. So, Guehi, Isak, more links. When is it going to end, Robbie?
It'll end transfer deadline day, like I said weeks ago on this show, and everyone in the chat laughed at me about. Yeah, a few weeks ago, if everyone remembered, I did say Isak will probably be signed closer to deadline day. And everyone in the chat laughed about it and said, deadline day, Jamie, you're having a laugh. It won't be a... Looks like it's when it's going to happen. So, yeah, I'll wait here for my flowers and apologies. No, but look, I expect the bid to go in tomorrow over the weekend and it'll get announced. It's easy to do. I know a lot of people are worried about it because there's 2 days left and all that. Arsenal did Eze in 24 hours. Do you know what I mean? When you've been talking to a player for so long and the player wants to come to your football club and contracts are not a problem, the transfers can be taken really quick. Look how many transfers are done on deadline day itself. Hundreds are done on deadline day itself. So yeah, I'm not too worried. It's easy to do. Newcastle accept what they're getting, you know. And the funny thing is, the offer they're going to accept was pretty close to the original offer that we put in the first place. So yeah, Liverpool were quite almost correct in what they were thinking in the first time round. So yeah, it's going to be around 120 million. That's going to be what they put in. It's going to be 37 million, I think, for Guehi as well. Job done. We move on. We beat Arsenal Sunday. Monday, we got new players. After the international break, we got a full squad. I'm happy.
By the way, just for the chat quickly, I can't play everything I said on TV on this show. But if we get to 300 likes, I'll play a 20-second clip of it without getting copyrighted. I'll handle it. But just get me 300 likes. I'll show you what I said on TV today about Arsenal. So like the video right now. Why are you laughing, Rax?
No, because I can just imagine how badly you cooked Gal. I was on Gal's channel earlier on today, and he was like, "I don't think I can put it on because I'm going to get copyrighted," which may be true, but obviously, like, you know, and Gal for Sam duel, I have a feeling that can only end one way.
The director asked me who actually you want on the stream and with you, and I said, listen, I'm bringing someone shameless. I brought Gal there. You can't. I'm just not gonna bring anyone who does the whole like, oh yeah, it might be a draw. Like, I didn't do any of that. I brought Gal on, and we cooked. To be honest with you, I'll make sure I'll try my best to recommend you guys as well, everyone on this panel. Maybe Lex not so much because of timing. It'll be difficult, and Mike, because the timing is so early. It's The tests start probably around like 5 a.m. your time or 4 a.m. maybe even. So they do
Okay.
tests first. Yeah, and then after that you do the thing. So yeah. Anyway, 300 likes and I'll play the clip. Let's go. I want to say something about what Jamie just said, bro. You know, the one who will relate maybe most to what I'm saying is Mike because he's worked with the most rivals. The amount of gaslighting we have had to endure for the last 2 months is finally going to be over. Honestly, Kmack the same, I know. And I'm pointing us three out because we work with the rivals the most. The amount of gaslighting, they referred to £110 million bid as disrespectful. Imagine, like you're so disrespectful to Newcastle United. You offered a British transfer record. Wow, so disrespect. How dare us? We offered 110 million. How dare us? You want to know something? Can I say a genuine thing right now? We're gonna be completely honest. And by the way, Liverpool fans in the chat even won't like it. I think Isak, if we're talking like genuine value, is probably worth from 90 to 100 million tops, in my opinion. Because when you start to get into the echelon of like 120, 130, you're talking about proven difference makers at the highest level. Like when you say that, you're maybe talking about like a Valverde type player, you know, like he comes to your club, he's got 3 Champions League medals, he's got 3 La Liga titles, he's done everything. Isak is an unreal player. And I want him and I need him. And I will celebrate like mad when we eventually announce him, because I do believe we will announce him. Bro, I'll be honest with you, he ain't worth like 120 million to begin with. 120 million is mad money. That's crazy money. Think about it right now, in the whole league right now, who actually is worth 120 plus? Give it a thought for a second. Who? Haaland.
Saka.
Yeah, okay, I can hear Saka.
Yeah, Saka. Haaland, Saka, Palmer, I'd say 120 plus.
Palmer,
That's it.
yeah, Palmer.
That's it in the whole league, by the way.
The whole league.
The whole league.
Even Palmer, there's significant questions, right? Only last week people were talking about he hasn't scored an open play goal since January. So,
and by the way, Palmer and Saka is heavy English tax. If Palmer and Saka were French, it would be 80 million. Genuinely.
This is the other thing. There's a different level when it comes
50
to England.
million for Saka.
There's a different level that English teams are willing to pay for play. I'm sorry, any of these guys, Valdermaida, Bayern Munich started by offering 40 million euros or something. All of a sudden, the guy's gone for 85 million.
Yeah.
So,
fact.
yeah.
The thing is, I want to announce him as well.
I went on every channel.
I want us to announce him before the game, just because it's going to give everyone an extra boost.
Yeah.
I really do.
But I went on
I
every
think
channel
the
and had
thing
to
that
defend this Isak, like, how much is he worth? And I'm like, he's not worth 150 million. He's not Mbappe.
He isn't.
What are you
the
talking
thing
like?
is, prior
He's
to
levels.
Mbappe is not worth 150 million.
But let's just think about the timeline. The timeline of what he was worth, right? At the start of last season, people were saying 80, 90 million, right? And he didn't have a best start of the season, but he was chugging along okay. All of a sudden, when he went up to 150 million, was in the round, the semi-final with Arsenal. He scored home and away, if I remember correctly. And then the narrative all of a sudden changed. So this guy's worth 150 million. Okay, he scored against Liverpool as well. Great goal against when from the edge of the box. And I'm sorry, you don't go up by 50% by scoring 3 goals against 2 teams. That's just not how it happens. He's a very good player, but he's not worth 150 million.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I think 120 is overpaying, but it's within the realms of possibility.
Yeah.
This idea that it's disrespectful. I mean, like, grow up, man.
Right.
What are you going to do? Like,
the club Newcastle don't even believe he's worth 150 million, because the rumours are after that they went to his house on Monday, and all the big heads were there. Everyone from Saudi was basically at Isak's house on Monday, which is crazy. And they offered him a new contract with a release clause of 115 million. So if they're putting 115 million pound in his release clause, that's what they believe he's worth. So yeah, that 150 million. Do you know where it came from? There was a lot of people sniffing around Isak from the end of last season, they didn't want to let him go, so they thought 150 would be a number that would put everyone off. So they told the Newcastle journalists, just tell everyone it's 150 million. It'll put people off and no one will come in for him.
They were saying it would have to start at 150
Yeah,
million.
yeah, exactly.
Which no one believes. Anyone with an like IQ don't believe that shit. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
And
Apart
also,
from
look,
Luke,
if Isak
apart
was
from
doing
Luke
what- if-
Edwards.
And if Isak was
God,
doing what he's doing, if Isak was doing what he was doing right now, and he was 21, I could hear it, right? Because then you've got not just the 5 years or 6 years that he's got left in at top level. You've got 10 years, right? It's a different. It's different. This is the absolute most. His value is only going to go down from here. But for us, it's different because we're trying to long term replace Mohamed Salah as our primary goal scorer and revamp our front line. So it's a totally different equation.
I think we've got him in prime years for 5 years, in my opinion.
Yeah. And the best.
I think we've got
They're the
5.
best years.
And here's the thing: there's something that's happening in world football that we've all seen with our own eyes that gives us a different element, which is Saudi Arabia. So even 5 years from now, when Isak is 32, you could probably sell him, genuinely, no exaggeration, 85, 90 million. That's after, hopefully, he's delivered a couple of Champions League, couple of Premier League, golden boots. Probably, by the way, his shirt sales alone, probably in the next 3-4 years, will make around like 200 million for the club.
Yeah. How old is that? Is he just turned 26 or about?
He turns, I
26
think he
in
turns
September.
26 next week.
Yeah,
Let
So
me
he's
check.
not even 26 yet. So
start of September.
So Liverpool are buying him right in his prime. So they want him for 5
He's
years.
26 literally next month. 1 month
So
from now, exactly, he's 26.
His contract will probably go to 2030, 2031. And that's where Liverpool feel like they're going to get the best out of his years.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, this 150 million valuation that's been put on him all this time, the kid's on 120 grand a week.
That's what I
They
was gonna say.
they don't even value him that high.
Yeah.
True.
So,
That's
know,
what
Yeah,
makes me laugh.
but value.
Jolene Lescott was interviewed recently, like on I can't remember what show it was, but he was talking about it, and they turned around and spoke about Isak, and he turned around and said, if you don't even pay the guy the money that he should be earning, if you value him at 150 million, then what do you expect him to do? Like Newcastle aren't paying him the wages for an 150 million pound player, so you can't say he's 150 million pounds if you don't pay him it.
But Kmack, that's why the whole value conversation is bullshit. It's all bullshit. Value is a social construct. A player is worth what I fucking buy him for. Whatever Liverpool buy him for is what Isak is worth. It's that simple. Now, whether you think they overpaid or underpaid is something that you see post buying. If I value my house at $2 million, what are the odds that someone is going to just walk up to me and say, hey, buddy, here's $2 million cash. No negotiation. I'm paying
The
you
odds,
exactly.
zero
I'm paying
of that
you
happening.
exactly what you think it's worth.
Literally 0% what you just said will happen. Impossible.
So to me, listen, whatever people want to say about value, I don't really give a shit. I don't work for the club. It ain't my money. My name's not John W. Henry, so it has nothing to do with me. If you're rich enough to have a Lamborghini in your garage, you shouldn't give a shit about the opinion of someone who drives a Toyota Camry. And for once in our life, we're actually spending. For once in our life, we're actually spending like we keep a spare Lamborghini just chilling, collecting dust, right? So to me, listen, whatever he's worth, he's worth. Whatever Liverpool will pay and whatever Newcastle will accept is his value. I don't think anyone in the world thinks that that's 150 million. Kylian Mbappe wasn't that much because Real Madrid didn't go and pay that. They waited for him to be free. Just like how Trent Alexander-Arnold, you can't say is worth 80 million pounds because he went there because he went there for 8 million pounds. He went there for free. A player's worth is defined by how much someone pays for them. Everything else is a social construct. So whether all these journalists want to have these conversations, I'm not going to say that I think that Isak is worth 90 to 100 because I think that in the right team, he's a world beater. So yeah, 100%. My social construct is that he's 100% worth that 120 million pounds if I'm getting the healthy 100% Alexander Isak. I don't think that we would be overpaying for him.
And Mike, you make a valid point a lot of the time. We won a league title with Darwin Núñez, bro, with Diaz playing false nine. Like, Isak just gives you... The problem is, Ekitike has had a fantastic start to the season. And I rate Ekitike highly. But you can't just go in... No serious club will go into the season with one striker fit. Like, that's the definition of a suicide mission right there. God forbid, Ekitike is just out for 1 month. The whole season is ruined. because now you're gonna have to go like, oh, let's play Chiesa up top. Oh, let's play Salah false 9. Oh, let's do this, let's do that. Like it's just a revolving door of like no solution, which is why you do need Isak. And one thing I will say, I'll give credit to Slot. One thing with Slot is he's a willing rotator, bro. Like he's shown the capability so many times to rotate players to the level where there were Liverpool fans criticizing him even for rotating against the likes of Southampton at home. Remember when it took us like till like the 80th minute to win that game? People were like, why did Slot rotate that much? I'm like, guys, you realize we have a Champions League game on Tuesday, Wednesday? Like, let's rotate a little bit. And here's the thing, Ekitike will get like, there is so many different scenarios, you guys. Like, if I'm playing Real Madrid on a Tuesday night and Burnley on a Saturday, why should I bother playing Isak against Burnley? Bro, bring Ekitike against Burnley, let him be happy, get his game time, get his goals, and then I'll bring Isak and give him against Real Madrid. And guess what? Here's the beauty of this. Because Ekitike scored a hat-trick against Burnley and he's in really good form, if Isak ain't banging against Madrid, Ekitike, warm up, yalla, come on the pitch, let's go. And that's the whole point of having like depth like this. Like, I don't think we've ever in my lifetime had depth as good as this, ever. And I mean ever. I'm not even like
if we get those over the line
in all positions.
If we get those over the line,
if the two of them go over the line.
The depth in all positions will be unbelievable if we get Guehi and Isak. Unbelievable. And the thing is as well, you'll have two number 9s that will be so similar to each other that there's not really going to be a drop off, and you're not really going to have to change the way you play for them because they both play really similar football. And I think that's really important. Like, don't have to redesign the wheel to beat a team.
The only thing I would say is obviously Rio did unbelievably well on Monday. And I'm a big fan of Gakpo. I've been one of the people who've been singing his praise, and I wasn't sure about him when he came in, but I think he's been a very, very, very good signing. But it will be useful to know if either of those guys, and I'm not sure if they will be able to, could potentially put in a shift or do a decent job on the left hand side, because I think if they can and they can be effective, and if they can be effective playing together, that really does give us a different dimension.
I still think we'll get another attacker though.
we only have 3 days left.
Now.
I don't. I mean, the only position that I would say that, if we're talking from a world beater perspective, like my intention is to win the treble, the only position I'd say that we're a little bit weak on would be holding midfielder. Because do I think that Endo is the guy? Listen, I think he's the guy when you're up 3-1, or he's the guy when you're up 2-1 and there's 5 minutes to go, and I just need you to stop everything and take a yellow card for the team. But again, do I think that that's a backbreaker, and that, you know, having Endo is the reason why we wouldn't win? Absolutely not. Not if you add Guehi, especially considering the fact that that's someone who could play in that position too. If you didn't want to take off one of the back line, you just wanted to add more defensive security. But you got to get these over the line. And we've been talking about Guehi since June, and we've been talking about Isak since July. And there's 3 days left to go. So my mindset is, I'm going to figure this shit out on Tuesday. Whatever happens on Tuesday, I'm sorry, whatever, you know, outcome is on Tuesday. But until then, you know, am I going to get
what do you
another
think, Mike?
Indi
Do you think
Kalia
we're gonna
Bomba?
get to the line?
Listen, I think that the fact that Newcastle have signed this guy is, you're pretty much like, you're showing your hand. You're basically saying, hey, the excuse that I have made this whole time about not wanting to sell him is no longer an excuse. I've taken away the crutch. So now I'm basically, I'm bare. Like, this is who I am. It's either a yes or a no. And Liverpool have now had the door open for them. They can put in the bid. If we bid 120 million or 130 million and they say no, what am I going to do? I can't sit here and fucking complain. Isak can't be angry at me. But also at the same time, I think that Newcastle would accept that. Otherwise, they wouldn't have spent 90 million on this guy.
And I think they're buying another striker too.
Yeah, so
exactly.
The weird thing is,
Strand Larson, in it.
Yeah, the weird thing is, if you add the transfer fee of Walter Maid and Strand Larson, it will be the price that we'll pay for Isak.
And this is
120.
And this is
Oh, the
why
120 plus
Around
20.
130,
this is
136 million.
Jimmy,
this is
go
why
ahead,
the
Jimmy.
Isak stuff's already gone through. I believe more stuff happens behind the scenes that we're aware of. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Newcastle won't be spending
Agreed.
this money if they haven't already got assurances of Liverpool that they're going to buy Alexander Isak.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, they can't. Newcastle will go buy a striker in Watermaid who's going to be a star striker for them. He's obviously had promises that you're going to be our number one guy. So he's going to come and be their number one guy. They're probably going to get Larson as well from Wolves because I believe Wolves just bought a striker today as well. So
Yeah,
I
they
think
did.
that deal will either go through. So I think they'll either buy him or Wisser. One of them will go through. Yeah, they've obviously had reinsurances in the background. This is what happens. It's like when Liverpool went for all them players knowing they were selling Philippe Coutinho in the January. It's just they know things happen in the background that moves about that we're not aware of. And then the media, I think David Ornstein and all that already know it's done. But they are told by the clubs when to announce it, when to go live, when to announce this stuff. And then everyone's, oh, wait, there's 2 days left. People don't think the deal's done behind the scenes already. I mean, come on. Of course it's done.
Yeah.
But the thing is, but the thing that we did that was really, really smart and that gave us control of this whole situation is bringing ekitike in, because ultimately we don't necessarily know how Newcastle are going to react, because all this stuff that's played out in the last 3 or 4 weeks, it hadn't played out at that point. We didn't know how far Isak was willing to go. We didn't know how much of a fuss he was going to willing to kick up. And ultimately, we had a season to start, and we protected ourselves. We're like, if the worst comes to the worst, we've got this really, really good young kid who can come in, and he's not Isak just yet, but he's there and he can fulfill the role. And if everything else goes right, we'll be fine. So we protected ourselves. That we put that in as our floor. And if that's your floor, it's a pretty damn good floor. And then obviously we will do what we can to get Isak. And if it's not done on our terms, fine. And if it's not done on our terms, then so be it.
Why do you think Isak's not? Liverpool haven't put in a second bid in. Like we put our first bid in, I think it was the end of July, weren't it? And now we're almost in September. The reason Liverpool didn't put a second bid in because them and Newcastle probably had discussions. If Newcastle bought Sesko when they went for him, Liverpool would have probably already had Isak at the football club.
Yeah, he'd literally be a Liverpool
Newcastle.
I don't think so.
Newcastle are generally looking.
Even Craig Hope said that, Mike.
Yeah,
by the way.
Newcastle are generally looking at a striker that can take Isak's place. That's what they've been looking at in the market this whole time. All this Callum Wilson replacement is the most BS I've ever heard in my life. Newcastle have literally got a striker in their football club right now who scored against us on Monday, who is a Callum Wilson replacement. Do you know what I mean?
Played like 3 games last season.
It's just BS.
It triggers me so much, Jamie, when they say Callum Wilson replacement.
He played 3 games.
Anthony Gordon can be a Callum Wilson replacement. Do you know what I mean? It's PR. It's what all football clubs do. It's not just Newcastle. All football clubs do it. It's PR. You put your PR out there to keep your fans on side for when the shit does hit the floor. Then you go, oh, we tried our best, guys. Look, this is what we were trying in the market. You can see what we're doing. It's PR, guys. It's as simple as that.
What I will say is Liverpool have been too nice in this transfer market with some of these teams, though. Like we have waited for Crystal Palace to get a replacement. We have waited for Newcastle to get a replacement. And we should have really had those 2 in because they wanted to come to us. We didn't strong arm them. We probably could have strong armed them, to be honest, but we haven't. And we've been respectful and we've waited for Crystal Palace. They've just signed their replacement for Guehi, and we also let Guehi play the last European qualifier. So now they're in the Conference League, and obviously Newcastle have got their man, so they're all sorted. Like, I genuinely
can't step on people's toes.
You just gone, you know what?
Yeah,
I don't care.
I'm not gonna be.
It's not our job.
Okay, Kmack, you can't be the bully, right? Like you don't want to set that precedent. Okay, but like,
wait, what?
if you set that precedent of like, not only am I going to get my way, but I'm going to screw you over too, it doesn't exactly set a good precedent for the future. To me, okay, when I was just saying to Hussam that even if they got Sesko, I think that on paper, Hussam and Jamie, you would be correct. Isak would be a Liverpool player. The difference is that I think the reason why I'm inclined to agree with Jamie that it'll come down to the last day is that for Newcastle, they under no circumstance wanted to allow Isak to go. So if they have accepted the fact that he will go, what is the most that they can do? I can make it as inconvenient as possible for Isak before he leaves. I can make it as inconvenient as possible for Liverpool before he goes by making this be something on the very last day. He gets no preseason. He misses the first 3 games. It is the least liked outcome, even though I'm still getting what I want. And it's the same thing with Guehi. Crystal Palace are getting every inch out of Guehi that they possibly can. They're getting every minute of game time that they can from Guehi. But at the same time, I'm inconveniencing Liverpool as much as I possibly can. I've accepted this reality, but I'm going to get as much as I can out of my asset before you take him from me. That's to me, at least that's how I would perceive it. Also, yeah, pause. I said every inch.
But also, just in business, this is a win-win, right? It's a win for us because we ultimately get the player. We're not getting the player for 3 games. We're getting the player for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And Palace, for example, get the win. They get to play in Europe. Can you imagine how shit it would have been if they let Guehi go and after all the fuss that's been made about the Europa League, they failed to qualify. That would have been.
They're just maximizing. Right? They're maximizing their asset.
Man of the match in both games, by the way.
I think Liverpool are trying to keep good relations with teams as well.
Yeah, you have to.
Going back to what Mike said about the defensive midfielder, there are 2 players that eventually that I would like that we should be considering, in my opinion, and one of them is Adam Wharton.
Yeah.
If that's something that they're I don't know. I'm making that up. I don't know if that's something.
We'll use the Premier League money next summer, Brack. We're going to use the Champions money next summer on him.
Cool.
The weird thing is, as well. I said this on my show earlier. It is genuinely like Michael Edwards is basically just rewriting history. Like all the players we're signing are all players that he tried to sign when they were younger, but we never got them, and now we've got them. Obviously, Isak's another one. And Adam Wharton was odds on to come to Liverpool from Blackburn. Like we did all the scouting. We even loaned them a player to make it easier in Harvey Elliott, if you remember. We greased all the wheels for him to come, and we didn't get him. We didn't go for him in the end. So this is another right that we'll make right next year, because he will come to Liverpool next year. Adam Wharton. 100%.
Someone will. 100%. Some holding midfielder. I don't know where these Morgan Rogers links have randomly come from. Supposedly, we're just gonna swap like Harvey Elliott, see you in Leipzig, Morgan Rogers, Aston Villa. Hey, I know that you guys want to do something this year, but get fucked. Give me your player. I don't know about that.
Actually, it might have been Clarkson. Yeah, Vela might be right, actually.
None of you guys have touched on the Guehi thing, though, yet, which I want to start off in a bit. Let me just grab these 2. Big up to Vida de Vicas, who says 115 to 120 million is fair for Isak, considering what clubs are playing for. Sesko, Ekitike, etc. Also has 3 years left on the contract. Big up the panel. Yes, it's. I'm not discussing market value, Habibi. I'm discussing more my opinion on prices. Like when you're talking 120 million, I'm talking about like crazy young player who's unbelievable. You get what I'm saying? Just received my Diogo Jota jersey today. Can't wait to wear it Sunday while I watch the game. RIP Diogo and Andre forever. Let's shove a plug up the cannon's ass and beat them goons. Hey, big up to you for getting the shirt. I'm gonna get the shirt as well. I'm just trying to wait for the Adidas shirts to hit Jordan. I'm gonna go get it with Jota on the back as well. Same thing, and inshallah I'll hang it up here. So
I'm gonna wait for the 3rd kit to come out to get that. That'll be sick.
Yeah. So when I make the the get me spoiler alert. When I do the whole new studio a little bit, I'm gonna.
Wish I could, but the tariffs are taxing me out of the ass to get one of these jerseys from the UK. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to pay $50 extra.
Yeah, why don't you just go Adidas store?
Because but okay. So here's the thing: if I go to the Adidas store in America, then I can't get the patches. I could get the player name. Actually, I don't even know if I can get the player name. I might just only be able to get the kit.
You definitely can get the player name.
But I can't get the patches. What's the point of having a jersey if I don't have that gold patch on it? I don't want it.
How much did it cost you from the website?
It's $100 plus shipping plus whatever the additional tax is for the tariff. which is I think like $40.
How much do you
something
pay
like
for shipping?
Oh, that is
that.
crazy.
From the UK? Maybe like $20.
Can they not have local stock in the States? I can't believe they don't have a warehouse. Like Adidas don't have a warehouse.
Whenever I've bought in something off of the LFC website, it comes to me with a tag that says pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get women like that as well. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You got hit with $130 for the tariffs?
No, 30, not 130.
No, he's saying he got hit.
Yeah,
So maybe he
Giovanni.
bought all three.
RSM was also saying the same thing about like the jersey that he bought for Chelsea, and he's getting taxed out the wazoo just to get it over here. He was considering just having Lewis buy one for him and then shipping it, but then Lewis would have to pay for it when he would ship it because now Lewis is paying the tariff.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, he would try and ship it as a gift or something like that. But I mean, anyway. That's
Yeah,
not
sorry,
disgusting.
sorry, my
Import, export on Hassan's channel.
Let's go. See, we're teaching people new things. Jamie, man, you are
Education.
goated.
I think
Mathematics.
mine was
Hey,
80 quid.
calculator
I think I
says.
paid 80 quid for the long sleeve home shirt.
Miculator. Let's go.
It was 80 quid.
Big up to my guy Vida again, who says, Jamie, man, you are goated. 6-7 weeks back on the BNR channel. I was about to say, I don't think we laughed at him and this community. He blamed the wrong community. It wasn't
I
us.
the wrong community. Yeah, big
Yeah,
up
it
to-
wasn't us. It wasn't us. I
It was
don't
the
think
BNR
anyone went like,
community.
oh, no way. You said the
Yeah.
Isak transfer will go to the wire. It will stretch into the last weekend of the transfer window. Everyone opposed you, but now, see, ya, hold that, Asim.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have nothing to say. He's picking you up.
Look, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love, you know.
Jamie,
I don't get a lot of love.
Wow.
I don't need to take about. I know, you know what I mean. When you're a god like me, you just get things right, you know. And
He's so humble. He's so humble.
no,
he's,
big
he's-
up, big up, man.
he's a humble guy.
I appreciate people having my back as well, so I appreciate the love. Thank you very much.
Fairs. Morgan Rogers is the Lionel Messi of Oxlade Chamberlains.
Am I the only one who doesn't like? Am I the only one who
Tom
doesn't
is
like
such
Morgan
an
Rogers?
iconic little.
He's
prop,
a pace and power merchant. That's
I'm
it.
not a big fan of Morgan Rogers. I don't think he's that good.
You want to know
Alright.
something? Can I say something?
I think
I actually disagree with the super chat, and I disagree with Tom. I think Morgan Rogers is the Lionel Messi of Curtis Jones's. I don't think he's like Ox at all. At all, by the way. If you tell me, other than Steven Gerrard, if you tell me one midfielder who I can, if you guarantee me injury free for a whole year, I'm taking 17, 18 Ox now in this team. Bro, that guy was like this up and down the pitch. He was defending, he was attacking, he was scoring goals, he was getting assists, and he got injured by tackling a Roma player. That's literally how he got injured.
Two screamers against City in two different competitions. So
Oh, that was great.
Isn't he going to Birmingham City on a free?
Who?
is he still playing?
Fox.
Yeah, apparently he's been let go
He's
from
still playing.
Turkey.
Yeah, he's going to.
Besiktas, I think he's
going to the
Oh,
Champions
yeah.
let go.
It's mad that his best football came when he played at Liverpool. Isn't it?
Yeah, he was
And it was-
an
yesterday.
amazing
He's
depth
still
player.
I still can't believe he's the most expensive player Arsenal have ever sold. It's such a
Believe it,
bum
Kmack.
man.
Believe it. And they've spent £1 billion under Arteta.
It's
So Oxlade
what would
Chamberlain
you
is
do?
the record sale, and they've spent £1 billion.
They got-
FFP maybe?
yeah, man. I think Arsenal will win the league this year for real.
Wow,
what
Besiktas
the-
actually terminated his
I love
contract.
the fact that Mo Salah
We
said
already
that
doing
put
the
him
whole
under
leopard in the
pressure.
tree.
I love that by Mo. Yeah, Arsenal. Yeah, they're going to be number one.
Big up
Yeah,
Salah. Big up
yeah, they've been
Salah.
second 3 times in a row. Like, just rub it in, Mo.
What percentage chance we have to win against Arsenal? Everyone in the panel, give me Liverpool win percentage, draw percentage, Arsenal win percentage.
I
One by
think that-
one, please, so we don't all shout.
I would say the draw is the highest percentage, 70%, and then 30% Liverpool win.
0% Arsenal win. Fair.
I don't think Arsenal going to beat us at Anfield. At the Emirates, I'd be actually very worried. At Anfield, the thing that like a lot of people are bigging Arsenal up, and rightly so. Yeah, Arsenal have had a very easy 2-game start to the season. Liverpool have had two far harder games where we definitely conceded goals.
True.
Now, Arsenal's defence is very good, yeah, but they haven't actually placed it. They haven't gone against an actual attack yet. So I think their defence will come under fire by our attack, and we will score goals. I think they will score goals at Anfield. That's why I do think it'd be like a 2-2 draw. But I can still see Liverpool nicking it 3-2 in the 90th or something like that as well. So, yeah, Arsenal's defence is quality. Don't get me wrong. But Man United and Leeds compared to Bournemouth and Newcastle, yeah. I think we've got the same.
What I will say about that is,
Can you guys give an answer as well to this, please?
50, 40, 10. 50, 40, 10. In the order that you said it. So win, draw, loss. 50, 40, 10.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I hear that.
yeah, I hear that.
Rax, what's your opinion? I hear that, Mr. Crypto
Well,
Giant.
I was going to say 10%, 35%, 55%, but that's, what's 5% between friends?
0% Arsenal win, fam. But I think it's like 60-40 between a draw and a Liverpool win.
I go Liverpool win 50, draw 35, Arsenal win 15 or 10.
I've got
maybe.
a question. I've got a question to ask everyone.
Yeah, but when you consider
Yeah,
10% in the grand scheme of things, we're saying if you played Arsenal 100 times, they're going to beat us 10 times. That's nothing.
No, that is something. It's
At
Arsenal.
Anfield. At Anfield. Like, that's the only
At
thing. that you have
At
to do that as-
Anfield, no. Zero.
Yeah, but think about it this way.
At
If
Anfield.
I told you right now, Nottingham Forest come to Anfield, what percentage chance would you give them winning?
0.
This
Okay,
year?
fair.
This year?
Fair.
Not.
Then that's
I mean,
just a you thing, probably. That's just a you thing, probably.
I don't know about this year. I don't know about this year.
I'll give you the Opta supercomputer.
Bro,
percentage.
even then it was an insane, like that whole game was just insane. It's like a
Leeds have a better chance of beating us.
0.000. You get me?
Now,
What's
everyone
the
in
supercomputer? I want to hear this from Kmack. What's the supercomputer
Opta
chance?
supercomputer, 44% Liverpool win. Yeah.
Okay.
36% draw, 26% Arsenal.
Oh,
So
okay.
the supercomputer's basically going with the home team, really, and that's what it's
Yeah.
edging its bets. You know what? Everyone's saying in the chat that about Arsenal have a better attack than they
Big
did last season.
supercomputer.
If you look at Arsenal's last 2 games, right? I know they beat Leeds 5-0, but how many times did they actually open Leeds up with attacking?
I've got a
football?
mad stat on Arsenal.
but
by the
right.
way.
David
Two
Raya had
goals
to make
from
a
set
world-class
pieces,
save.
1 goal was a penalty.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I did the watch along for it, as Sam probably did as well. In that first half, I almost fell asleep. I ain't gonna lie.
We all fell asleep. Habibi.
What I'm trying to say is, yeah, Arsenal have got great attacking players. They're very good footballers, yeah. But they don't in their first 2 games, I don't think they've opened teams up with beautiful attacking football. They're what they are. They're so good in the way they play. They eventually wear teams out and then get their goal, right? But I wouldn't say they swarm the box. They make keepers save after save after save, and the keepers keeping them in games and stuff like that. I don't think they open up teams like that. I think they're very. When I look at Bournemouth, who we played, and Newcastle, especially at their ground, they would attack. They're going to attack more than an Arsenal team do because they're more attack-based football sides. Where Arsenal is a more, I would say, complete side from goalkeeper to attack. But their main thing about their way they play is defensively minded. So they don't get in goal. So against Leeds, although they won 5-0, 3 or 4 of their goals came from set pieces. So it was and one of their goals shouldn't have counted because it was handball. So it's a weird one, ain't it?
But Arsenal,
The
don't
Daily
have
Mike
to
does
play.
hate comment.
Also, Fonzie, what did I do to you, bro? What did I do to you? What come on. I mean, you know what? Respect it, hate to hate. I love it. I'm a massive hater myself. I get it. I love to criticize, but my only thing here is that Arsenal don't have to play good football. All they got to do is get it to the byline, kick it off of Kirkez, get a corner, and then it's hectic. Like, I mean, we saw what Newcastle did with long throw-ins. Imagine a team that's set piece FC that's getting consistent corners. You can say what you want about Declan Rice. No one delivers the ball better on a corner than him. Every single time it is on the edge of the 6-yard box. So either Allison is going to have to come out and start punching faces, or Konate is going to have to be strong. Kirkus is going to have to be strong. Bradley's going to have to be strong. Because if I'm Arsenal, my only goal here is set piece after set piece. I mean, 2 years ago, how did they score their goal? Gabriel set piece. Last year, I mean, everyone was drunk. Who gives a shit? It was 2-2. We were up 2-0. We were singing champions even when it was a draw. The year before that, kind of like the whole same story. So to me, I'm not even worried about the way that they play. I'm just worried every time Declan Rice gets to that corner flag, I know that we suck at set pieces. That's it.
One thing I will say, it's a couple
just
of
quickly on Arsenal, by the way, just because it's on the same topic. Vida Divika says 300 likes are up. Show us the TV video, Hussam Habibi. You want to know why I'm hating on James Redmond when he does the whole celebrity thing? This video will prove to you that I'm the same person everywhere I go. So I'll play the clip what I said on TV today. Liverpool against Arsenal. Arsenal are a good, solid defensive side. I know, I'm sure you guys are so impressed. They beat the mighty Leeds. Shiver me timbers. I'm so scared. They beat Leeds. And the game before that, they beat the mighty Man United, who lost to Grimsby Town. I can't even name 3 Grimsby players. That's who they lost to.
I can't believe that you can get copyrighted for showing you. You can get copyrighted for showing you.
I can't on this one, but that's why I'm smart. I played this exact same one because it's just me on a screen. So they can't, no one can recognize the audio that it's a different show.
Oh, big up,
Brain.
Can I mention?
I didn't ask for the like. The super chat mentioned it, James. James, I'm going to time you out. Don't try me, huh, James? Be careful. Just because your name's James Redmond TV doesn't mean you're immune. You get me? You absolute weapon. Anyway. Big up to you guys. Big up to Weechat says Mike ship to Canada and drive your pickup, lol.
My guy, I live in Los Angeles. You think I'm gonna drive 16 hours to Vancouver just to pick up a jersey? I'd rather just order one from the middle of Taiwan.
If you lived in New York, would that be a smarter idea?
You think I'm gonna drive 10 hours, bro? I'll just order a Chinese fake jersey. I'll have the peel off. I don't give a shit.
What do you mean 10 hours? From New York to Toronto is 10 hours.
Well, New York to Buffalo is 7 hours without traffic. Buffalo is right across the border from Toronto. So, I mean, with traffic, it could be that long. It depends. You just got to hope there's no accidents. You never know. Interstates in America, there's always an accident.
Yeah, trust.
I got 3 perfectly good home and away shirts from DH Gate. $42, 36 euro. Mike, you won't go wrong. By the way, Liverpool 4-2 Arsenal. Yo, is DH Gate reliable?
Yeah, wait a minute.
I've got a Shopify one right there.
No, send me the
fakes,
link.
but they like look original.
Yeah, they look good.
You want me to show it to you?
Really good.
It's just the only thing that's weird is that.
Okay, wait. So when you wash them, do they? When you wash them,
Send me the link.
Don't dry them, Hussam. Don't dry them in the dryer. Air dry them. Wash them.
Like in the sun, basically.
And then dry them in the sun.
Who the hell puts football t-shirts in a tumble dryer?
Yeah, don't do that. That's wild.
I always use the sun for drying anyway. Big up to everyone.
The difference is you have the sun, we don't.
Yeah, we have the sun. That is true. Big up to everyone from Sarajevo. You never walk alone. Hey, big up. We're being watched in Bosnia. See how massive we get me the Liverpool community is, man. I love you guys all, man. Big up to Future Nexus says, big up, lads. Hope all is well. Smash that like button for Brother Osam. Yes, Jamie, my G. James Redmond, just so you know, that doesn't count because Future Nexus sent £5 to say it. You get me? And Future Nexus, just for you, if you send another £5, I'll time out James for 5 minutes. Just for you, Future Nexus. You get me? Because James is taking the piss with this like count bullshit. You get me? I'm going to literally time him out. I have timeout button ready. Fiverr will get him timed out for that shit. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Hold that, James. Like the video, chat. Like the video, chat. Hold that, James. You fucking fraud. Anyway, just on the whole Guehi thing, because I feel like we actually haven't spoken about it at all. Does anyone, just quickly, who here thinks Guehi won't happen? Okay, everyone thinks it'll happen. Okay, so
we cannot allow that. There's no need to entertain that because if that does happen, it's a disaster, and we need to have an emergency therapy stream on September 2nd.
Arsenal is literally signing their 10%
about the whole Guehi situation. What do you think happens?
Pretty much a similar thing with the Isak situation. Maybe go a little bit close to deadline day as Jamie predicted with the Isak situation. That's pretty much it. I think we tabled a bid today for 40 mil or something like that, or was that fake? I think I saw that somewhere. James getting timed out now, innit? So yeah, innit?
Hold.
Hold
Carry on, Lex. I just
Hold
timed them out.
But the
Now
only
you get
thing,
to for 5 minutes. Now get yalla spam like counter. Go ahead.
the only thing I'm worried about
Like. Hold. Go ahead, Lex.
is so I still think we also do need better cover in the center mid position essentially, but more from a brute force perspective, like a profile like Thuram or Chouameni type. Even if it's just a no-name guy who just turns out to be just a really good midfielder, I just figure like you just splash like 30 mil on somebody and get someone in just to have a body. That's because like there's a limit to the physicality that we have in our midfield. Like Gravenberch tends to do a really good job at that, but I don't want to overplay him.
What do you mean?
Just the sheer disrespect to the person who essentially gave you all the knowledge that you know at your hand right now. You've used that knowledge and put it into a very, very profitable YouTube channel, and you use all that and you time me out, Hussam.
But did you deserve the timeout, to be honest?
Hussam, let's be real. I am thinking about the benefit of your show. You ask for likes every 5 minutes.
That's a lie.
438 times. We have been live. For how long have we been live?
48 minutes.
48 minutes. That's a disgrace, Hussam.
Yeah.
And you bet if you don't untime me out.
I can't untime you out. I can't.
I'm never going on your channel again if you don't untime.
But I can't untime you out. And also, Nexus
He's
paid
not
5
timed out anymore, technically.
Do you know when you need a tag team partner next time, like the way you killed me last time? I guess what? I will not be there.
No, you will be there. You will be there. I know you'll be there.
I be there.
You don't have darkness in your heart. You don't have darkness in your heart. You're a God-fearing man.
He's serious?
This can never happen again. Do you understand it, baby?
Hey, Nexus is kissing your ass in the chat after being the reason why he
For him, he's gaslighting you all. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to it. You're a fraud.
Love you, James.
Love you both for that.
Fraud. Carry on, Lex. Sorry. Yes.
Where was I? But yeah, I just think I pretty much I just think we need the center mid. We definitely need Guehi. And even if not Guehi, the problem is I don't think there's enough time to probably poach a second option. I don't even know what we're doing right now. I think we're just pretty much fully focused on Isak, trying to like lowball Crystal Palace or Guehi instead of just paying what they want. And I guess that's it. No center mid. So I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe January. I guess who knows? Maybe January we're going for a center mid or something. But I don't know. Maybe it's enough. Maybe it's not enough. We'll see in it. Because Arsenal have strength. They're buying their 10th center back now. By the way.
Listen, if we actually
literally
sell,
buying another center back, you know that.
If we actually sell Elliot, unless you're going to tell me that Stefan is just going to show up and be a king, you can't get rid of a body in midfield and not get another one. I mean, Elliot came on against Newcastle. Elliot was a part of the build-up to the goal against Newcastle. You need to get someone else. So I don't know what this club is cooking. I don't know if they're going to get 3 deadline day transfers over the line. If they do, fair play. But don't leave me a body short. That's all I'm asking.
I don't think Elliot leaves.
I think kind of the dominoes effect has kind of happened with that, because if you look at it, Tottenham went for Morgan Rogers, by the way, last week. Fabrizio Romano reported it. That went quiet. Tottenham then went to RB Leipzig for Simmons. They've now signed Simmons. RB Leipzig have already agreed terms with Harvey Elliott. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading the tea leaves the wrong way. I don't know. But
correlation is not causation.
Morgan Rogers is now a player available, and Liverpool have suddenly come out of the blue with an interest in Morgan Rogers. We scouted Morgan Rogers 10 times last season, by the way. Like, we like Morgan Rogers.
I mean, there'd have to be some outgoings though to make that.
Harvey Elliott.
Like Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott.
I would say maybe. I don't know. maybe Bajcetic or something, but I don't know how much money we'd.
No,
I think no. You just
Spain.
go one for one. Elliot for Morgan Rogers.
I also think that all of this about Harvey Elliott's going to be like sold for like 40 million. I just don't see it. I think we're probably going to get 60 plus for Harvey Elliott. I don't see us.
No,
I don't see us selling this kid for less than the likes of some of the other midfielders that have gone, because he's better. He's better than Ramsey's and some of those guys, and they've all gone for like 40 plus million. I think Elliott goes for plus 50, like minimum, if he goes.
It's going to be a hectic Sunday. I'm going to tell you that right now.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
The Arsenal game plus the deadline. Does it end on midnight of the 1st? Or
Monday, 7 p.m.
Monday, 7
p.m.
Monday, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
your time? 7 p.m.
Yeah,
your
your
time.
time.
7
So
UK, no?
So that's 11
Yeah,
a.m.
7.
Okay.
One thing I want to say about Arsenal as well, which I didn't get a chance to say, and also like with Arsenal, yeah, and this is a crazy stat. Saka has a 0.5 extra percent in goals being scored by Arsenal when he's in the team. So when Saka plays, they score a minimum of 2 goals per game. When he's not in the team, they score 1.5 to 1 goal. Like, he is so important to their attack, Saka, and he's out. And if Odegaard's out as well, then they might have to throw players in, which they probably didn't want to throw in. Like, Eze's a great player, I get it, but he's never played for Arsenal before.
But Odegaard being out is actually an advantage. Like, that's the one thing. I would rather have Odegaard come and just suck and stink up the pitch and play a terrible 70 minutes rather than Nwaneri get in there and try to prove a point and play the best game of his life. Or Eze come in there and try to prove a point, play the best game of his life, because that's unpredictable. Whereas with Odegaard, I know how he's going to play. He's going to be tentative. He's going to be conservative. He's going to shy away from the limelight, and he's going to suck. Those other guys, wild cards. I don't like wild cards, especially in high-risk games. I don't want a wild card. Rio and Gamoa is a wild card against Newcastle. Who had any idea that the kid would, number one, be so confident and composed and then finish like that? I did, because he's my son. But regardless of that...
Of course you did, yeah.
He's my son. I love Rio. I've been calling for him for weeks.
The goal he scored against Athletic? Like, what? No, I'd rather...
I think Guehi...
Look,
the message from... I think the message from Glasner and Steve Parish is a different message. I get that, and that's why people are maybe a little bit worried. However, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. At the end of the day, this is Mike's famous words: "Business is business, Habibi. Business is business." At the end of the day, the owner is gonna get his way, not the manager. That's just the truth. That's how I think of it. Because Steve Parish probably sit down Glasner and go like, "Listen, you're right. Guehi is a massive important part of this team. But he's refusing to renew his contract." And a club like Crystal Palace cannot afford to lose Guehi out on a free. Here's the problem Crystal Palace are in. They wait until January. All of a sudden, we can buy him January 1st for like 10 million. No exaggeration. We'll probably buy him like 10 million in January. And then they wait until the summer. He's free. It doesn't even count in his books. The thing people don't understand, the Crystal Palace thing, if you give them 30 million, 35 million, 40, whatever it is right now, that's actually multiple players. Pino is a 30 million euro signing, right? That 30 million euros is divided over his contract period. So that's 4 million, 5 million per year, 6 million per year. So that 40 million in PSR terms of your Crystal Palace is actually massive, because that's like over an FFP cycle around 4 or 5 players if you're amortizing it, if you're doing it over the contract period. So it's a massive deal for them. It's not little. And the fact that Parish has came out and said, listen, we can't afford to lose players out on a free, fills me with confidence, because at the end of the day, let's all be honest, 99% of the time in football, owners get their way, not managers. That's just the truth.
But most people don't really understand football finance, right? This is why when people say, how are Liverpool spending so much money, right? But they said after we signed Kirkes, we signed Frimpong, and we signed Wirtz, right? Those 3 guys. But we sold Jarell Quansah. They're like, oh, but how does that work? That 40 million covers the first year's installments for all of those 3 guys. And there's a difference between cash flow and amortization, because we may have paid way more for them up front, but it doesn't actually, on the books, we will spread that cost out on an annual basis. So, yeah, it's just... It is what it is.
What is worth more?
I'm glad
to-
everyone thinks that Guehi will join, though. I'm happy everyone thinks that way.
But
Have you
with
seen the
with this
clubs he's
whole
turned down? Have you seen some of the
with-
clubs he's turned down? That's why Guehi will join. Like he
Okay,
turned
but
down
with-
Bayern
with-
Munich, he's
with-
turned down Newcastle, he's turned down Tottenham.
with the whole
If
price though, what is worth more? Is Liverpool getting a bargain worth more than Liverpool getting the cover that they need? If Liverpool getting the cover they need is worth more, and you're going to tell me that 10 million pounds is the difference, I'm going to say, why are you being such a cheap fuck? Pay up. Like, end of story. 35 million versus 45 million. Not having the center back cover versus having the center back cover. I don't care if he only has 1 year left. Sign him to a contract. You're Liverpool FC. You're the 6th richest club in the world. Pay the 10 extra million. Get it done. Simple as.
What I will say is, I don't think our defensive issues are solved by Mark Guehi, personally. I think
No, they're not.
If
You're
it-
correct.
yeah.
You're correct.
And I
they're
think
not.
ultimately defense is so
Except
much
one
more
angle.
about...
Can I give you just one angle quickly?
Go on.
Guehi being there now shows Konate that he has to perform at a certain level or he's getting dropped immediately.
Oh, sure. If Gay signs tomorrow, Canate's dropped. Fuck him.
And Guehi is better on the ball.
What
He
you
is
say?
better on the ball.
Guehi doesn't
But-
solve our defensive troubles.
No, because
The defensive
terms
issues
of-
are systemic.
No.
They're systemic,
Yeah,
not player based.
Exactly. And the issue is like defense is so much about the team collective. It's not just about individuals. Like if we are more disciplined in our midfield, play the other opposition doesn't even get a chance to get to our attack, get to our defense.
So don't
And if
place
people
the
are
bus
covering
line
properly-
midfield then.
So it could be. Or,
Noted.
You're gonna start with this agenda?
or
No,
you,
noted.
or you tell him, or you convince him, or however you do it, to
Don't be
play
rubbish.
in a more conservative manner and not try and take the risky pass all the time, or whatever the case. It's much more about
Soboslai
a team
starting Sunday right back, by the way. I hope you know this, Lex.
Huh? No, right
Soboslai
back is fine.
starting right
Right
back on
back is
Sunday.
fine.
You know,
Right back is
Hussam,
fine.
I
I've
really
been
don't want that.
advocating for right back.
I do not want that under no circumstance. We need to do what we should have done against Newcastle. You need to go with the midfield 4. Do what you did to dominate Manchester City twice. And where was our biggest problem? And what were you saying at the halftime show? That if we had McAllister, guys, if we just put McAllister in, we wouldn't have gone through this trouble. No, we had McAllister in the Carabao Cup final, and we got fucking bulldozed. And we got bulldozed for the first 45 minutes against that Newcastle side. You need 4 midfielders. Soboslai needs to be in midfield. I don't care how healthy Bradley is. Rotate him with Joe Gomez. I don't care. 45 minutes, 45 minutes. We need to do the midfield 4. We need the extra man because we know that Arsenal have tremendous success against us when they press us, especially away. And if I'm Arsenal, I'm playing this game like it's at the Emirates. I'm going to press the shit out of the midfield. I'm going to overload the midfield. I'm going to be physical, and we're going to give away the ball carelessly. Newcastle did it. Bournemouth did it. Crystal Palace did it. Everton did it last season. Southampton did it last season. Brighton did it last season. Gotta go. He has to play in midfield. To me, I don't know
Who
about
has
you.
to play in midfield?
Soboslai, because we need to have 4 in midfield. My opinion. I'm not saying that's what I think he's going to do, but
Hey, suppose lie. I'm not going to say anything.
We got an absolute wet
Yeah,
flannel.
yeah.
Because I glade Sabozlai too much, man.
we know how you feel, Jamie.
But I'll tell you what, everyone's going to be pissed off when they see Robbo starting left back. I know that.
No,
I
Robbo
don't
will
think
be
he
left back. Robbo will be left back.
I don't think he will.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
not.
also agree.
I think if you are logical here, guys, let's fucking be honest. Madueke is starting right wing. That's the worst matchup for Robertson. No agenda.
Have you seen Kirkes the first 2 games?
I have seen Kirkus, but Kirkus
He's
No,
getting
no.
annihilated more than Robbo did
Kirkus
last
been
season.
getting physically bullied, not like bullied with dribbling.
Who has
Yeah,
a better
yeah.
head? Who has a better mental game? Robertson or Kirkes?
Both are the
Mental
same.
Who has more experience?
The only worry
Who's
I've
been there,
got is
done that?
Robbo's just been made vice captain, so you know he's going to have a bozo moment.
He's getting a red.
I think I actually fully agree. I fully agree with Jamie. I think that Robbo would be less rash than Kirkes, especially after how Robbo played against Arsenal both times last season. He's not gonna
Robbo
make-
less rash.
Then- I'm sorry. Have you
That is-
seen Kirkez? Have you seen Kirkez through the first 3 games? Have we been watching the same football?
Robertson
Kirkez-
got sent off against Fulham and conceded the penalty against Real Madrid when we were 1-0 up. Mr.
My God!
Leicester.
So we're digging back
Can we
12 months.
stop this?
Look.
No,
look
we're
at the
digging back to what
he
Robbo
got
has
tended to
done.
twist.
Look at the
Attacker.
more recent sample size, dude. If the ball is within 10 feet of Kirkez, he's already in for the slide tackle. It
Give it
doesn't
time,
matter.
give it time, innit?
I don't care if it's 20
Give
feet
it
away.
time, give it
I'm just
time.
gonna jump. I'm just gonna
Matt
jump.
Wake
Matt
versus
Wake out then,
Robertson.
can't he? And then Matt
I'm
Wake
saying
will
it
do
right
the whole
now.
game.
Madueke versus Robertson is a recipe for disaster because that's the worst matchup for Robertson from a purely like just footballing perspective. You give him a dribbler, he's going to struggle. That's just my honest opinion. Like he hates coming up against like the dribbler type players.
Madueke can't dribble, fam.
I think that Kirkez struggles no matter who it is. I think that he is not in form. He is an out of form left back trying to prove too much. He's not there.
I thought you're busy, fraud. Hold. Anyway, carry on.
I just
Jamie, why do you always
especially-
like drop
Where
bomb
goes?
mistakes? Like, why do you just drop bombs on us like this? You know Robertson can't handle like someone as quick and
As well as
dribbler
someone's
as-
line, the
Right,
midfield is
I
going
will
to
say-
give away
I will-
all the
I will-
fouls needed for Declan Rice.
I will say this, yeah. Kirkez is my number 1 left back going forward this season, right? There's no doubt about that. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Kirkez hasn't been annihilated at left back since he started for Liverpool. Everyone has run past him. He looks slow compared to every wing we've gone up against. So everyone goes past him all the time. He's very rash at the moment. His head's not exactly in the right space for whatever reason it is. You know, and going forward, Kirkez will be number 1 left back, but I think you can pick your games and go, right, you sit this one out, Robbo, you bring in this one. Otherwise, what's the point of having 2 players for every position? Everyone wants 2 players for every position, but if it's a player you don't like or someone don't like, it's like, fuck that player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Robbo's vice captain now, and he's a rightful vice captain. It makes perfect sense. You know, I want Robbo to play this game just because of his experience. Going forward, Kirkez is my number 1 left back, but there's got to be times where like Robbo should play this game. You know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend Kirkez. He got beaten up in every game he's played so far. He's out of position constantly. He hasn't got the pace like I thought he had. You know,
But Jamie, you're right, because as fans, we all want ruthlessness, right? But we all want ruthlessness for players that we don't like. As soon as it's a player we like, forget the ruthlessness. Look at what he's achieved. Look at what he's done. So you're right, but that's just football fandom.
Let me ask you this:
The thing with Kirkez,
Okay, never mind, go
the
ahead.
thing with
You're
Kirkez
good.
is Kirkez is being asked to do a role which he's never done before, and he's playing a lot more central football. He's not a guy that can play centrally. Like Robbo's done that now under Slot, like for a whole season, where he had to fill in as the centre back on the left hand side when we're in possession. I don't think Kirkez can do that job because Kirkez is the guy that bombs up and down. Like he's so attack minded. That's what made him so good last season.
we had played to his strengths.
Jamie, you know I love you, but
Okay.
can I just say one thing? You're correct. Kirkez has been destroyed for the last 3 games. Here's the problem. Robertson's been getting destroyed for 3 years now. Like,
I'm gonna, okay,
I don't think he has.
Let's
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
say
you
and
give
buy
me
a
like
centre back
prime
and have him at
Robertson
left
for a
back, innit?
game. Like if I can get Robertson from 2020 back for 1 game, of course I play him. But this current version of Robertson against someone who's just, we all know all Madueke is good at on the pitch is just dribbling. That's it. That like his end ball is shit.
Robbo.
Everything else is crap, but he's very quick and he dribbles really well. You play that against Robertson, you're asking for a disaster.
Okay,
And speaking of, you know
Hussam-
something, forget Isak and Guehi. Hold on, let me just grab these so we can actually preview the Arsenal game. Let's talk football a little bit. Big up to, I'll come to you, Mike. I'll come to you, I promise. Arteta, we have 3 main players missing. Excuses FC. Our attack is gonna rip. Gabriel plus Saliba, a new one. I like this energy, and this is how we should think as well. You get me? We should think that we're gonna slap their asses. It's Anfield. You get me? By the way, James Redmond, who said I let him down, predicted a draw. I predicted a win. Newcastle got rejected upwards for better striker than Sesko. I actually do agree. Walter made this better than Sesko. I'll be honest with you. I agree with this one. I actually think he's a good player, and he's technically better than Sesko too. And he's a unit, just like Sesko. So
He reminds me of
Get
Peter
everything.
Crouch.
Yeah.
Grouchy.
Double it is what Giovanni's saying, but then he got outbid by Future Nexus. So the same person who's the reason why James got timed out is the same person that defended James to not get timed out. You get me? So big up to you, Future Nexus, and big up to you, Giovanni, for supporting the channel. Where can Spurs aim for now with Xavi? Spurs is interesting, but I'm not worried about Spurs at all. Like, it's like I'm driving a Lamborghini and you're asking me, what do you think of that Honda Civic? Reliable car, good right now, but
Amazing.
it's just, you get me, like, we're in different levels. With all
Are we
due
bigging
respect.
out? Are we bigging out Xavi Simmons? Is that what we're doing?
No, Xavi Simmons is a good player for Spurs level. We have to be honest.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, think of the 10s in the world.
Think
Wirtz,
they'll fail.
Musiala, Bellingham, they're like
think
tier
it'll fail.
1. And then you got tier 2 like Simmons and players like that.
I actually think he's dog shit. I think he'll fail.
Fairs.
I think he'll fail.
By Spurs level, innit?
Spurs got better than that in their team.
He
Spurs
needs
finished
to be the
17th,
main
James.
man, doesn't he? I don't think he's going to
Spurs
get
finished 17th, Jamie. Disagree. Odegaard being out is massive advantage for us. So key for their press, and a youngster like Nwere can be exploited out of possession. I disagree with this. I know you're an Arsenal fan as well, but I disagree with what you say. I think Odegaard out is definitely disadvantage Liverpool. Madueke ripped Robertson apart at Anfield. Jamie, love you. Agree with you 99% of the time, but stop.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad.
Yo, this one specifically,
Yeah.
I like if you think, okay, let's just break this down as simply as possible. If Robertson is getting cooked at Anfield, that means that Arsenal are hitting us on the counter. If Arsenal are hitting us on the counter, that means that the midfield is failing to control the game and they're losing possession up the pitch. If they're failing to control the game and they're losing possession up the pitch, then that means that the back line is getting caught out. And if the back line is getting caught out, it doesn't matter whose name's on the back of the jersey. You're not doing your job. The essential of this game is the midfield. If the midfield fails, I'm not going to look at Robertson and say, look at my shit old left back who's getting cooked by fucking Madueke because 30-yard diagonals are being pinged in behind every 2 seconds. No, absolutely not. I'm going to look at who's in front of Robbo and how are they failing to leave him so exposed. Robertson in the left back doesn't bother me because if the midfield does what they're supposed to do, he won't be getting caught out on the counter all the time because Madueke won't have all that space to run into because the defense's shape will be held because we're not losing the ball in midfield, which is why I want to play 4 midfielders. So, I agree.
I hear what you're saying, and I think Kirkes will be his original Kirkes form that he was at Bournemouth once Isak has signed for Liverpool, because I do believe Liverpool are going to play Kirkes and Isak together, and Kirkes is going to play off the left as an inside left player, giving Kirkes the room to be that attacking fullback that he was at Bournemouth. That's what I believe is going to happen eventually. I don't see a world where Kirkes is sitting the bench. I really don't, because if you look at the way Kirkes builds up play and the way he links play, him and Wirtz over on that left-hand side would link the play and hold the play much better than someone like Gakpo on the left. Who I rate. I love Gakpo, but Gakpo's a goal scorer. That will hold the play and link the play better. Plus, he's quicker and Cody on them canters as well. We've seen that with Cody. He gets caught up a little bit. He goes a little bit quicker on them canters as well off that left-hand side. So I can see that as a plan working to get the best out of Kirkes, because at this moment in time, Kirkes...
Can I drop a bomba for you, Jamie? And I want to know what you generally think, because I'm going to drop a bomba based off everything you just said.
Yeah.
And I do want to move on. Look, let's just talk about Arsenal now. Forget all the transfers, everything. We're 50 likes away from 500. Let's get there. Here's the thing. I have a bomba to drop on the chat on everyone. Okay?
Go on.
I'll be honest.
Go on, Indy.
If we start Rio Gomoa this Sunday, I won't complain.
In. He's my son. I want him in. Yes, 100%. My son needs the start. 1000%. I'm down.
Gakpo is so predictable for like a Timber. I think Timber will lock his ass up. Genuinely.
Well, it's that thing. I know, obviously it's not a thing to say on this channel, but I put a bet on it already that Gakpo gets the first goal in the game.
Yeah.
You know what's weird about Cody? Cody is a weird player. Cody is a strange player, man, because Cody, it's a bit like Mo at times as well. Obviously, he's not frustrating, but he's very predictable and frustrating. Doesn't do a lot in the game, but he can end up scoring like 1 or 2 goals. Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me if Cody gets GA in this game against Arsenal. It wouldn't shock me at all. But
Do you
with
know that
Rio,
Cody got 2 assists away at Newcastle?
yeah, I know. This is what I'm trying to say. And does anyone think Cody had a good game? Probably not. This is the mad thing. Like, I think Cody will start.
I think Rio has the guts,
But Rio
even though
will
he's
come
only
on.
17, to actually destroy Timber.
I think Rio
Bring
will
him
come
on. Bring him on
I
in
think
the
Rio will
70th
come into the
minute.
game. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bring him on
I don't
against.
think he
Bring him on
starts.
against a tired Timber.
I don't think he starts, but bringing him on for 20 minutes could be against.
Would
City.
any of you be mad if he
Timber's
starts?
going to have a
Then?
different game because Timber's going to have to defend. Like, he's not had to defend. He's got
I
goals
have
and
a
assists in his
bias,
last couple of
so-
games. He's got to defend in this game. They're not going to play a Leeds that basically decided that they're just going to do suicide football this season. Like Falk didn't understand that the last time he got relegated. And then they played bums who got beat by bloody Grimsby. Like,
I mean,
this is totally different to anything they've experienced this season. So they got to defend. And they're good at defending Arsenal. Let's be fair, they're good at defending.
very good. They're the best defense. I mean,
But they've
like
got to defend more.
my agenda and my bias and me being a prick wants Rio to start because I love him. But if I were Slot, it would make more sense to bring him on with 30 minutes to go, with 25 minutes to go. Let Cody wear out Urian Timber. I mean, listen, as much as you want to say about Cody, the dude's 6'4". The dude has a physical presence. The dude can cut inside. He's got a rocket of a shot. He can create problems for Timber. And most importantly, he can make Timber use his energy. And then you bring on a Rio who will inject pace into this game, who will inject energy into this game. I mean, if we're looking at like a 1-1 or a 2-2, or, forbid we're even down, I'd rather see that. And plus, it puts Rio in the best possible position to succeed. And that's what you want to do with someone who just turned 17. You don't want to give him a mountain to climb. You want to give him a cell to break out of. And coming on in the 70th minute would be a cell to break out of.
I said this about most young players, right? And even if you ask me today, is Rio going to make it at Liverpool? If you ask me to put money on it, I say no. Because the vast majority of players just don't make it at big clubs. It could, and I hope I'm wrong, but we've seen this so many times before. Remember when we sold Sterling?
Hey, why are we doing this right now, blood? Now's not the time for this.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm not dissing the kid. A few weeks ago when I was asked about it, I was like, leave the kid alone. Let him develop. When he's ready, I hope he comes on and he becomes a world beater.
Ooh.
But the thing is, I just think
have we ever seen talent like this?
I expected this from Mike.
IB wasn't a talent like this.
Well, what do you
Sterling
mean,
wasn't a
Kmack? He's
talent
my
like
son. I love Rio. I'll
take it a step further. I don't think I've seen IB or Sterling score a single goal in their Liverpool careers like the one that Rio scored in pre-season.
You know what the problem is, though, and we've all seen it. Development isn't linear. Just because you're here now doesn't mean you're going to be here in 3 years. You could just stay there, right? I hope. I'm just saying.
And you could be our own Yamal project.
No,
so now what?
but we are no, and he could be. But this is what I'm saying. How many Yamals are there? Very, very, very few, right? So the odds. This is why I say I'm talking about. If you ask me to put my house on it, then I'm saying that he probably won't make it. But I hope I'm completely wrong, and I hope he becomes Lamal plus 10 or whatever you want to say it. Just leave the kid alone. Let him develop. If he comes on, of course I'm going to support him. When he scored against Newcastle, I was jumping around my place going crazy. Of course I enjoyed it.
If he scores against Arsenal, I'm actually going to cook you personally.
I'm not saying I don't want him to cook.
Too late.
I don't want him to cook.
You are now a Rio enemy forever. Too late.
I'm just saying.
Your name has been sent.
There's no reason to say.
What I'm saying is, I hope we don't have to use him.
There's no reason to say it. Like if your girl,
if we're up 4-1, I still want to see him.
I'm saying it because it's my opinion.
Good luck.
And ultimately,
I hear you.
Ultimately, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he becomes a Liverpool great, a generational player, all these other things. But my main point is,
or he just leaves and goes to Real Madrid.
No, I don't want him to put. I want to put a player who's so young under undue pressure.
Big up Trent, by the way.
Because lots of other players have collapsed under that pressure. Just let him develop.
And that's why I think we'll sign a third.
Look what they're calling you in the chat, Rax.
We got
I'm not
Germany.
listening.
Can we also admit as well that
Look
we
what
are
they're
going to
calling
find
in the
out
chat,
that
look.
Lamal is 25. We are going to find that out soon.
I'm not a
Imagine
Debbie
it's getting to
Downer.
the level where Rax is the -1 and I'm the +1. Wallahi, how roles have reversed in my life, bro. I'm a positive
No
Liverpool
darkness,
fan
my
now.
old
It's actually mad.
friend.
It's actually mad. I was looked at as the most, like, people used to call me the league honor of the Liverpool fan base. Now I'm the positive one. Now I'm the positive one. It's actually mad how the roles have reversed. You know that I used to look at Rak as one of like the toxic positive people. Like he was so positive. It was unbelievable when I first met him. He's like he could never say a single bad thing, like bro, about anything. You get me? So he's definitely not a Debbie Downer. Let me ask Lex a question. Is this the game for Florian Wirtz, Lex? That's what Mantis saying.
Florian Flirt.
To be honest with you, it just depends, innit? Because all right, let's say this it's a case where he just needs to get a bit used to the physicality of the league. Then probably not, because this is one of the most physical teams in the league. But let's just say, I mean, he. Because I don't necessarily know how to figure out in my mind how this game might play out just from a tactical perspective. Because I noticed that Arteta has somewhat approached games a bit differently. So he's allowed, like for instance, he allowed Manchester United to have a lot of the ball. I really don't think that would benefit them, but because they're at Anfield, therein lies the possibility that he may form a low block or a mid block and just try to hit us on the counter. But who knows? He might just come try and surprise us and we would just have a back and forth game. Now, if it's a back and forth game, I think that benefits Wirtz, and then we can see some positivity from him. He can get into the little spaces or gaps that will be left from the midfield of Arsenal and you know, them inverting and so on and so forth. And then us spreading the wingers, exploiting spaces and so on and so forth, if we have a back and forth. But if it is not a back and forth and they're in a low block to a mid block, trying to just think it out and hit us on the counter, then he might still continue to struggle and will eventually find his footing somewhere along the way, as well as he might just pop up and get a goal or an assist or both in it. Even if he doesn't have the greatest of games, he might still pop up with like, I cannot be very definitive with him, because at this point in time, I don't necessarily think he's had terrible games. I think people are just looking at him, expecting him to be 127 million and making all of this nice when most players who've been signed for that amount of money don't really do, like, what's Rice? How long did it take him to do anything? Caicedo took a while to do anything. Most of these players that had a high price point, they still take a while to adjust to the team or to the league. So it's just a case where I've tempered my expectations. Number one, number two, I'm just chill with it. You get me? So I don't necessarily think, as I said, he'd probably have like some 5, some 6 out of 10s. Everybody's just expecting him to be a 9 or 10 out of 10. But for me, I just hope he has a good game. Irrespective of the stat line, irrespective of whatever, just hope he has a good game. Help us keep possession, help us score goals, help us, you know, unlock the defense and just beat Arsenal tomorrow. Because I really, as much as I don't think we're going to lose, I really don't even want to draw that game. That game needs to be a win. We're not losing to Arsenal at Anfield. I'm not settling for that at all. I don't care if we don't have Van Dijk. Don't care if we play Kirkes or Robertson. Don't care if Szoboszlai wants to duplicate himself 5 times and be the 4 in midfield like this guy. I don't care. Just please don't lose this. Salah dating, innit? R.I.P. to Jota. I know this is one of the games that we'd love to have him, because he always scores against Arsenal. But
Lex,
in it,
the only thing that I'm not going to sit on the fence. I think that Wirtz could have 25 zeros and still be effective in this game, because if you look at Bournemouth, his off-ball movement is what gave
zeros.
he could have a terrible game, right? But his off-ball movement is what gave Ekitike the space to run into for McAllister to play him in to score that goal. I do agree that he's finding it difficult to adjust to the pace and the power of this league. But just him being on the pitch will occupy attention. It's not like these players look at stats and go, "Hey, he had a 5.6 last game. I don't really need to pay too much attention to him because he sucks." No, they're going to look and say, "That's Florian Wirtz. He's dangerous. I need to pay attention." Eyes on him, leave space open for other people. Now, you can view his games and you can look at his stats and you can do all of that. That's fine. But if a player does something off the ball that creates an opportunity for someone else, that goes completely unnoticed by all of these stat merchants and all of these XG guys, right? So to me, him just being in that midfield will occupy attention from the defense, and occupying attention from the defense will free up space for someone else to attack. Now, will they be effective in that attack? I don't know. That's up to them. Should that be the goal of Florian Wirtz? No, I should be expecting him to come in here and cook and be the whole maestro and be the engine to my midfield.
Yeah,
but
that's the 100 million.
Yes, but unfortunately, he's not doing that right now.
We could just play Sabas life. We want off the ball bullshit.
Which is perfectly fine. But again, this isn't about him. It's about the fact that him just being there will take up attention. It's not like these dudes sit on fucking Sofa Score and look and say, he's been shit. I don't got to worry about him. Absolutely not.
I actually agree with what Mantis is saying. I think this is the game.
And get man of the match, blood.
I think this is the game for Florian Wirtz against Zubimendi. I think Zubimendi will struggle like crazy.
You want to pull onto him, pull onto his side.
Zubimendi can't struggle. He just passes the ball sideways when there's no one there.
Look, the biggest problem with Wirtz,
he's definitely
look at yourselves, by the way, is he's not getting the ball enough. He's not getting the ball enough. He gets the average of the ball in games 45 times for Liverpool now. He used to get the ball between 75 and 90 times a game for Bayer Leverkusen because he was the orchestrator. He was the facilitator. We're still not playing the ball to Wirtz enough. We are still
maybe because
trying to play down the right-hand side and end up over on the left-hand side.
Do you know what midfielders covered? Do you know what midfielders covered the most ground for Liverpool this season? Florian Wirtz.
Yes.
Do you remember when I had this conversation with you guys at the beginning of the season? When I said I don't want Florian Wirtz being the one doing all the running, and we don't get the best out of him in his position.
Sure.
At the moment, that's the thing that's happening.
Yeah.
He's basically doing what Dom did last season.
Yeah,
and that's not what he should be doing.
And that's what's happening at this moment in time. I also don't think Wirtz has been as bad as people have made him out to be. There's a lot of things about Wirtz that I like that goes unnoticed. The little touches and the first time passes that he does, right? They might not look great on the eye, so they don't get spoke about. But that's what helps us opens up teams. Them little passes, the little quick movement, the little dummies that he does, the movement without the ball that he does into space. That's how we open up teams with what he does. And because it don't get spoke about, people don't think he's been any good because it's not eye-catching, because he's not doing a 20-yard pass over someone's shoulder and it's landing perfectly on Salah's right foot in front of goal. Everyone just assumes he's shit. You know what I mean? Because they're all looking for the eye-catching moments. Because let's face it, unless you support a club or you're in content creator doing watch-ons and stuff like that, people don't consume 90 minutes of football anymore. They consume highlights. True. So if Wirtz ain't on the highlights, they're like, what did he do all game then?
Yeah.
Also, against Palace, he was good. Yeah. He was involved in Ekitike's goal against Palace. He had nice touches. They linked up the play well. And when people talk about the fact that, how is our attack going to gel? I see the main component in helping to bring all of these new pieces together as Florian Wirtz. Like Kmack's right. There were times, especially last week, where he was pulling off. He was pulling off from their back line, and he was in space, and we weren't finding him quick enough. But that will come in time. And when we start finding him, it's going to be long. It's going to be long for the rest of the league.
We don't help when Curtis Jones is holding on the ball for half an hour and don't release it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
This is the worst game for Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones.
We haven't yet. We're in our third game of the season.
I'd play Endo ahead of Curtis Sunday.
4 if you count the Palace game, yeah. If you count the Palace game, Community Shield is our 4th game of the season coming up. We've still not had Gravenberch, McAllister, and Wirtz in our midfield.
Yep.
Once we have that
Frimpong.
3, yeah.
Frimpong on
It's,
there.
right,
By the way, we didn't even see that in pre-season. If you
No,
remember
you
correctly.
and once we
Full quota.
and once we see that 3 play together in midfield, because I can guarantee you right now, McAllister will find Wirtz quicker than any
Right.
other midfielder in our team.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And once that happens, you'll see the best out of Wirtz. I think Wirtz is doing more running at the moment because McAllister's not in the team. So once McAllister's in, Wirtz will stay more in that final third area where we want him, and McAllister will find him apart.
But we
But
should just have the both side of the running for a minute.
Running to
Oh, yeah,
try and
with
get
this
the ball.
agenda.
X, why are you rage baiting on this Szoboszlai topic? Why are you rage baiting? Why are you trying to get
I'm
Jamie
not
riled
rage
up? Why?
baiting.
He's
I'm not rage baiting.
Why are you rage baiting? Szoboszlai didn't even have a bad game against
Brilliant.
Newcastle. Why are you targeting the wrong guy?
If Szoboszlai doesn't take that dummy and Curtis Jones would have shot that fucking ball, Rio doesn't get that opportunity to score. We end 2-2 and we're all throwing a fucking hissy fit. Simple as.
Jones missed a sitter that would
I
have
think
put
Lex is rage baiting.
Would-
Hey,
was
okay,
one
hold
by
on,
the way.
K-Mac. Hold on,
Definitely
K-Mac.
rage baiting.
People were
I'm
going
not
after
rage
Jones. Rewatch
Yes, you
that.
are.
His left
You named
foot
Buffon
is
7
planted
times
and he
in 2
tries to go at it with his right. It's a really awkward position. It was just unfortunate timing. If he
Ask
gets a
Mo.
foot on that,
Ask
that's
Mo how he
crazy.
feels.
100% he's going to be angry in the moment. But if you rewatch it, Jones's left foot is planted. Anyone who's ever played the game would say, I would shoot that with my left. I would shoot that with my left. But it's planted. He can't do anything.
Guys, in
That's
football is like UFC. Jamie covers both. Sometimes styles make fights, whether people like it or not. I think Sunday, worst game possible in history for Curtis Jones to play is this Sunday. Absolute worst game.
100%.
100% worst game because actually I
Why
said
don't we
start
sell
him.
him?
I actually said we should start him away at Newcastle, and we did. And he actually had a very good game because
Curtis was good. Yeah.
Why don't we
Yeah,
sell
Curtis
Curtis
was
Jones? Do you know
Curtis
how
for
many
me was our
times
best
I've watched this guy just dribble into a blind alley? Players waiting for the true ball, and this guy's just dribbling.
that
the
moment
last game, Ekitike was clean through, and this
players.
brother just kept dribbling. Rubbish, man.
He's not going to play, guys.
Squad players.
He's not. We all know what the midfield is going to
But
be.
buy a
As much as
squad
I
player
want it
like
to be four
Arsenal, innit?
guys,
A
it's going to
Norgard
be
or something.
Grab, it's going to be Maka, and it's going to be Wirtz. And Szoboszlai is probably going to play
What's the
right
deal?
back.
Is Maka
Curtis
fit? Is
probably
he
gonna
going to play?
left back.
I don't think Mac
Yeah,
will start.
He's
I don't think
back.
Mac will
He's
Really?
back in training. He's back in training today.
I don't think.
think.
I don't think.
So
he'll
he
start.
probably won't start. Yeah, he probably.
The reason
won't
why I
start.
say McAllister will start is because Szoboszlai is going to play right back.
Maybe
Bradley
play Bradley.
To-
Oh, he's
No,
not.
I'm going to say this right now. Szoboszlai at right back's his position to lose at this moment in time. Right, and the reason I say that,
When I said Szoboszlai right back last season, you all got mad at me.
the reason
Right back last season, by the way, is obviously as
I
well.
said he should be right back last season. They laughed.
the reason I say that is because
Oh.
Connor Bradley's injuries is in and out at the moment. Yeah,
True.
and I
He
think
trained all week. Slot said today. He
Yeah.
trained all week apparently. So
yeah, but his injuries are so in and out. I don't
I'm
know.
not
if I
going to
trust
rush him
him.
back.
yeah, that's what
Rush-
I
it's
said.
not gonna rush him back.
In my opinion, we don't need to rush Connor Bradley back to after the international break. Give him a bit of time to rest and recuperate. With
Bradley
Frimpong,
does
actually,
love a big game, though. By the way, Bradley
He
does love
does.
a big game.
with Frimpong, I think Frimpong started the season actually all right. I don't think he did anything wrong at right back, to be perfectly honest.
Mhm.
But yeah, Szoboszlai for this game against Arsenal, I'd probably play Szoboszlai at right back. I probably would for this
I
game.
agree.
I think Connor Bradley I want to see as our main right back going forward, but because of the injuries he keeps picking up, let's just leave him. This is the last game for international break. Just leave him go rest up, and there's Slot's looking at him and thinking, right, let's just go for Arsenal. And I ain't fought a proper attack yet. Let's get Connor Bradley in at right back. If McAllister ain't fit, we'll stick him alongside Gravenberch. Got Wirtz there, and let's go. You know, and let's see if they can handle that. And if it doesn't work, we can change it up after the hour mark or something. But depending on how we go. But I think it won't surprise me if it's exactly the same side that played Newcastle.
Yeah. Well, did you notice that when we were building up in possession with Szoboszlai at right back, he was right in front of Konate and Virgil. Like he was not touchline. He was, if anything, he was like a deep lying six.
Yeah, he cut inside a bit.
Yeah, in possession. I constantly saw him centrally. Do I think that he's the guy who's going to make the outlet? I don't know. If Bradley were fully fit, I would say start Bradley, but I don't really have an issue with that. It's just I'm not even like the back line is not the concern for me. It's can we control the game? Can we deal with the press? If the answer to both those questions is no, we could have the super team behind the ball. We will figure out a way to concede chances.
Do you know? If you go and look on every Liverpool goal, that we conceded so far this season, they're all individual mistakes.
Yeah,
True.
They're literally
True.
all
Oh, you
individual
mean like
mistakes.
when Sabas
caught out.
give her the ball for the counter
Yeah, Szoboszlai gave it away.
and all right, thank you very much. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Who
Mo
played in the
Salah
ball
gave
both times?
Yeah,
Who
man.
played in the
Mo
ball
Salah.
both times?
Mo Salah gave
Salah.
it away for a goal as well. Kanate's attempt at trying to header a ball these days with his 50p head. What's happened there? I don't know.
Came
You
off his
know,
back.
You got Kirkes who's bending down, sniffing someone's ass while he heads the ball. What's that about? If you look at a lot of the individual goals we've conceded, they're all individual mistakes. If you look at the goals we conceded against Bournemouth, Arnold Slot keeps saying about it. He don't care about the men forward. If Mo Salah or Szoboszlai don't give the ball away there's no goal. It's about retaining possession of the football much better, and we haven't been able to retain the possession of football better because we've not had Gravenberch, McAllister, and Wirtz in our midfield yet this season. That's why.
I promise you, Szoboszlai at right back this Sunday is gonna cook. At right back, he will cook with that midfield three, and it's gonna act like a shield of three defenders in front of the forward line. Which is why I actually don't predict that Robertson would start, because Szoboszlai is starting down the other side. So you need someone a bit more who bombs forward on the other side. So that's my thing. Let me just, all of you guys, just give me a score prediction this Sunday. Mine is 2-1 Liverpool.
I think it's 2-2, and we score in the 90th minute again and win 3-2.
Jamie's
Rio.
predictions are so
Jamie
specific.
Rio again.
You want to know what happened to me after Newcastle? You want to know what happened to me after Newcastle? I felt like a tennis player. I went and I drank a protein shake and I had a banana just to recover. Like, I feel like I burned 3,000 calories in that game, bro.
No, I
need blood pressure medication.
I know. I keep saying this. Arsenal got a tremendous defense. They got the best defense for me.
Why are you
mate.
doing this, Jamie? Why?
Because I'm just giving them their flowers. They got a very, very good defense.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about why are you doing the 3-2 in the 90th minute again?
Because I think that's what happened. Are you telling me we're not going to concede a corner?
Did you just forget the whole 1920 season? How many times did we score in extra time in the 1920 season to win a game? It must have been like a dozen.
And I believe, haven't we drawn 2-2 a couple of times now of Arsenal as well?
Yeah.
The last two meetings at Anfield.
Yeah, I believe it's 2-2.
And the last one in the Emirates last year, 2-2 as well.
2-2. So I'm going because I just feel like I don't think Arsenal are going to cut us open like the way Bournemouth and Newcastle did, because they're going to play football a lot differently. They're going to play football a lot differently. It's going to be more. It's going to be more of a football game, possession-based game by two teams. It's not going. Arsenal are not a cut-you-open, attack-minded team that leave risk at the back. They're very structured, defensive-minded, which is a good asset to have. But they also haven't played anyone who attacks like Liverpool Football Club yet this season, and they will be tested. Man United's attack. It's blunt. Let's face it. They bought a striker for 80 million quid who took the 10th penalty against Grimsby. Do you know what I mean? They got Mbuemo over there who looks like he's eating too many Weetabix right now. Do you know what I mean? It's just not working out for them. They got a midfield that's slow. You got bloody who else did Arsenal play? Leeds, who got their only threat was Dan James. Me and Kmack can be centre back for any team in the league against Dan James. Do you know what I mean? We're fine. We're not conceding. Liverpool attack is completely different. Salah will go at them. Wirtz will go at them. Ekitike will go at them. Gakpo will go at them. The way the team moves, Virgil will be flinging them 45, 50 long diagonals that they're not used to into Mo Salah's feet, and then they'll get on rush of players. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I really do. I think it's going to be a tremendous game of football. And I think this Liverpool and Arsenal games this season are going to overtake what the Liverpool Man City games used to be.
Okay, Max.
I wouldn't say overtake some of those Liverpool Man City games.
But
as well.
like the quality, if you know what I mean, yeah.
0-0. No, I'm only joking. 2-1.
2-1 Liverpool. Rax?
I think we get our first clean sheet of the season. Actually, I think we win 2-0. Arsenal are good, but I expect us to score first goal, and then when eventually they do have to come out, I think we'll get a second, and that'll be game
Mo will
over.
get his 11th off on them as well. 11th goal scored against them as well, I think.
Maikinho.
And Cody.
I'm gonna take a page out of the book of the great Eastern practitioners of philosophy, and I'm gonna manifest a little bit. I'm gonna manifest what I want. I want to pile on the agony. I want to make them suffer. I want them from the first minute of this game to wish that they've never even heard of Anfield, of Liverpool, of a football. I want it to be 4-1. I want them to score a set piece. I want them to get a little bit of confidence, and I want them to score first too, because I want them to get that seed of victory. I want them to be happy. I want them to feel like they have a chance. And then I just want to eviscerate them. I want to put the dagger in the back. I want them to wish. I want them to wish that they have never that they were never born in England. That no one ever told them about this sport. That they were basketball merchants. They were baseball merchants. I want Ekitike to slaughter that backline. I want Wirtz to slaughter that backline. And then I want Mo to have a terrible game. And I want him to get 3 GA. I want him to get 2 assists and a goal. But I want his SOFA score to be a 5.2. I want him to be terrible, just to put it in their fucking face.
Listen, I just want to say, don't ever cross Mike. Don't ever cross Mike. Did you see the hatred in that prediction? Whatever it is.
I'm manifesting.
Stay on Mike's good side, because otherwise...
I think Arsenal might play Martinelli on the left in this game as well, because Martinelli always plays well against Liverpool.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think Eze will start the game. I think he'll be brought on. I think he might start Martinelli. I think it'd be Martinelli.
Odegaard, right? If Odegaard plays, then it might.
Yeah, I think Odegaard will play. I'm still not sure Saka's really injured. I don't believe him. Do you know what I mean?
True, they've done that before. It's not like a surprise for them.
If I am going with it, I think they might go Gyökeres, Madueke, and Martinelli. And if you told me that was some of these front three that we were going against, I'd be pretty confident. I ain't gonna lie.
All day long.
I agree. So, Lexosly, tell me your prediction.
Yeah, how long did it take you to think of that one, man? The prediction
3
here.
seconds.
Oh, I was thinking 2-1. I'm thinking 2-1.
I'm the same. I say 2-1.
So Sly winner.
It took me shorter than it takes Curtis Jones to release a ball. Let's just put it that way. Big up to the Irish Weasel. Thanks so much, the Irish Weasel. Appreciate you supporting us a lot today. Big up to you. HSBC London branch, bottom right, is spot on regarding Rio. Brewster plus Ivy. Okay, here's my counter argument, and it's a genuine one. I hear where Rex is coming from, but I haven't seen talent like this come onto the club probably for a massive time. Like Sterling wasn't as talented, Ivy wasn't as talented. Guys dribbling past 4 or 5 players, finishing the ball like he's a seasoned professional. That's it.
Yeah. Sterling came on.
I'll use
had
that nickname against you one day.
Fantastic season, midway through the season, and played alongside Suarez and Sturridge in their best ever seasons for Liverpool, and didn't look out of place.
Was our other option Iago Aspas? Wow.
No, sure, but the point is not who was his competition. The point was how well he performed when he was there, and I hope Rio surpasses him and leaves him in the dust.
Didn't he get? Didn't he get
Sterling? When Sterling,
Premier League goals
that first season that first half season that Sterling played for us was exceptional. He was brilliant. So I don't think we should be. Yeah. Anyway,
I also just need to clarify the percent of my prediction happening is probably like 2.3%. I feel like Kmack would agree. There's like a 2.3, maybe even like a 2.1%. So like realistically, it's probably going to be a 2-1. But a man can only dream, and what is the point of watching this sport if you're not going to dream? So please manifest.
I'm giving you good odds on that. Why not?
I'm checking how many goals Sterling got in his breakout season.
Was it?
I mean, he scored the opening goal against Man City.
Bro, he scored like 7 goals. I'm sure he didn't score that many.
No, I mean in total.
He only came in midway through the season. He didn't start the season. He came in like in around January time he started playing.
How do you check this?
Ask the chat. There's loads of geeks
Ask
in there.
literally just go on ChatGPT and just
Does anyone
literally
know
type
any
whatever,
goals Sterling scored?
like
in his
whatever
first
this
season
thing
for
is, ChatGPT will spit it out.
I have
But
to
he was
know.
good. He was good. He was good.
10 goals. Someone's put 10 goals.
I don't think it's fair to compare him to Brewster.
Yeah,
So,
I again don't want to compare him either. Like,
in Sterling's first
let him be
season,
himself. Let him be himself.
13-14 was his first season. No, 12-13
Yeah,
was his first season.
so his breakout season was 14-15, wasn't it?
No, wait.
No,
1 second.
13-14. He came in
12,
halfway through the
13.
season.
12,
Because they
13,
called
he
it the-
played 24 Premier League games. He scored 2 goals. 13, 14, he scored 9 goals.
Yeah, that's the season.
And in 14-15, he got 7 goals and 7 assists.
He was so good. They called him. They didn't just call it Suarez Styles the SAS. They called him the SASAS. He was in that
remember
company, and his first proper season,
Doesn't that spell out to ass?
Arse the mouth, did you just
What
say?
was so good about Sterling is he'd usually score the first goal.
No, Sterling's a proper player, man.
He usually scored the first goal, and he was really important. And then you got the flat track
Rio's
bullying
younger.
in Suarez.
Yeah.
By the way,
thank
I
you
love
very
the
much.
fact that the previous
Rio's
chat
younger.
was
He's
called,
better. He's better looking. Better player. Rio's the man.
I love the fact that the previous super chatter called Drax HSBC. I'm going to use that insult against him. In the
I don't know if, was he talking to me or?
Yeah, because you're bottom right. Who else is bottom right, mister? Harvey
Yeah,
played
but I think-
800 minutes last year. He's gone. Maybe he is gone. Time will tell. From Miculator to Mike Station. 3-1 to the good is what Fonzie's saying. Hey, well done. See, you and Mike are making up now. Big up, Jamie. Not enough love shown
Sterling
for the
was
goal.
18.
Big up
No,
to you, Matt.
this
Matt's
chat.
hairline. That's the craziest fucking looking pictures.
Matt's hairline.
The fact that he's blonde is what gets me.
The fact that he's blonde, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Blonde as well. Why is Matt blonde, bro?
Big up,
Anyway,
hairline, man. Big up.
I don't even want to ask the question anymore. Regardless, big up to me, guys. Like, what a man put blonde Matt. Why? Make sure you guys are liking the video on your way out. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. So unnecessary. Love to every single one of you guys, man. This was an elite show. All the links are in the description. The Kmack channel is in the description. Mike Das LFC, Lextimate, and Liverpool Chats. Raxing1 on Twitter to go and follow. Rax, you get me. He's also looking for a partner now. So you get me. If you're if you fancy yourself to get with one of the billionaires of England, do your thing. You get me.
What's
And,
Can I drop my link in the chat? Can I drop my link in the chat? Because I did a
It's
show.
in the description already. But if you want to drop it, no problem. Go for
I did
it.
a show just before this show previewing the Arsenal game, so you can go and check that out if you want.
Yes. Drop it in the chat now. You're a moderator, so you can drop it, right?
Yeah, can you?
You are a mod, so you can
Put whatever
drop
you
it.
want in there, man.
By the way, I'm not even a mod on Kmack's channel. Imagine the level of disrespect.
Wow.
You are.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
You
not.
are. You're
That's
a
a lie.
moderator of
I'm
moderators.
literally not a moderator. No, I'm not.
He's a
You
man's
are.
in-
Seriously,
he's a
you are, mate.
man's in moderator.
If you're not, then
I'll
I'll
check this. I'll check this. I promise you, I'll check it next time I'm there. Anyway, go subscribe to all their channels. Here you go. See, Kmack just dropped his link, and all the links are in the descriptions as well. We're gonna redirect you guys over to Sarcasm City TV. Flawless is live right now. Go tell him Hussam raid in his chat. Love you all, and I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Inshallah. I'm not doing Chelsea Fulham, by the way. I'm not. I'm airing Chelsea Fulham. I'm doing United Burnley. United Burnley is the real box office game now after Grimsby. Yalla, see you, Habibis. Peace out.